Hello guys, welcome to episode 28 of our Aston Martin save. Now we start with some big facilities development, and the design centre is going to be upgraded. This is going to mean we can have more engineers, so 15 engineers. This obviously all helps us with upgrading the car, designing parts, etc, etc. So that's going to be a big thing for us here at Aston Martin. It's cost us $18 million. As you can see in the bottom right hand corner, the bank balance is looking pretty low. We've had to manufacture some different parts as well, some replacement parts after those two crashes in the last episode. If you didn't go and watch that, definitely go and watch it. It was disappointing, to say the least, in the end, in the position that we were in. But we move on to Miami now. First Grand Prix in 2022, 57 laps. Max Verstappen holds the lap record. Cracking circuit this. Obviously, it's got a fake marina as well, so why do that? I'm not too sure. But anyway, circuit map, there you go. Car attributes: acceleration, low speed cornering, high speed cornering, a lot of high speed corners, a section with the low speed corners. It should be very interesting. The expected strategy is a one stop on medium onto hard. So without further ado, I'm going to get to the practice sessions and we'll see you in qualifying for the Miami Grand Prix.
We're in the state of year-round summer. It's the Miami Grand Prix and we're here in Florida at the Miami International Autodrome. The streets of Miami Gardens will come alive with the roar of racing, and the excitement is only just beginning. Spectacle is the name of the game here in Miami, with a stadium at the heart of this track. With long straights and S-bends, not unlike Suzuka's Sector 1, proper ERS management is sure to give drivers an edge towards victory. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. Let's get this underway.
So then here we are, last laps in Q3, and Pierre Gasly has actually had a better first lap than Fernando Alonso, contrary to the other two qualifying sessions. Pierre Gasly flying along. Yeah, Fernando Alonso's not improved through Sector 1 or Sector 2. It's not looking like Fernando is going to improve on P9 at this moment in time, which is disappointing because he has been, like I said, very competitive so far this weekend, Fernando has. But to be fair, a Q3 performance, a Q3 appearance, is not bad at all. From where we were to where we are now, Fernando Alonso, if both guys can keep the car on the track this weekend, we should be absolutely flying. Fernando Alonso crosses the line. He's up to P8. He's up to P8. Bottas and Norris obviously still yet to finish. Now Pierre Gasly's coming up to the line. Where are we going to see Pierre Gasly finish? Pierre Gasly again. So far this season has probably been the number one driver. He's in the number one car after all. But Pierre Gasly has been very good for us so far this season, barring that last one. Bottas and Norris don't overtake Alonso. P8 for Fernando. P6 for Pierre Gasly, beating George Russell in the Mercedes. We'll come to the full classification shortly. So there we go, this is your grid. So Max Verstappen is on pole from Charles Leclerc, then comes Lewis Hamilton in P3, Carlos Sainz P4, Sergio Perez and Pierre Gasly. George Russell splitting the two Aston Martins, Fernando Alonso in 8th, Bottas in 9th, and Lando Norris in 10th. Let's have a look at the strategies. Right guys, so strategy-wise, we are going to split it. Pierre is going to be on strategy A, which is the one-stop strategy from mediums onto hards. Reckon that's worth a go for Pierre. He has shown incredible pace so far this season, and he's pretty decent with his tyres as well, so Pierre is going to be on that. Meanwhile, Fernando Alonso, he's going to be on the two-stop strategy. He's going to be coming in on lap 16 for another set of mediums, then onto the hards towards the end. I want to keep the hards available for both guys towards the end in case there is a safety car and we have to make a change. So with that, let's get to 5 red lights and see what we can do here in Miami.
We have Pierre Gasly. They might not be in the top 3 spots, but things could change fast once the race gets underway. And here's Alonso, the team's second driver. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. The teams are ready to go. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Lights out and away we go, and straight away we're going to be having a look at Pierre Gasly, who has got Sergio Perez for company, and he's looking to overtake the Red Bull off the start. And there's been a competitive spin straight away. Who spun? Straight away at the start, a spin. That's going to be cause some grief. Fernando Alonso still looking in P8. That's fine. It's Ocon into turn 1. Let's have a look at what happened here from the start. Esteban Ocon, whether he's not warmed his tyres up right, whatever he's done, he's really not made a good job of that. Pierre Gasly then chased in after that Red Bull in P5, and Fernando Alonso again on the more aggressive strategy in P8. Another yellow in Sector 1, a car running wide again. What an interesting start this has been to the Grand Prix. Max Verstappen does lead away though from Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Sebastian Vettel spinning. Thank God he's not in our Aston Martin. We love Sebastian Vettel in real life, but he's just ran a bit wide there. Not making a particularly good job of that. Both Alpines not having a good start at all. But yes, Verstappen from Leclerc, then Hamilton, Sainz, Perez, Gasly, Russell, Alonso, Bottas, and then Lando Norris in P10. And as we look at that, Fernando Alonso is trying to move on George Russell to see if he can get past the Mercedes. He's not managed it as of yet, but George Russell battling with that has meant that Pierre Gasly has managed to break the DRS up to now of George Russell. Lots and lots of positives at the start for Aston Martin. And towards the end of lap 1, Fernando Alonso, he didn't get him when we were watching it live, but did manage to get him in the final couple of corners in lap 1. Fernando Alonso up to P7. Both Aston Martins looking pretty handy so far. Are we going to get a camera shot of our garage? Yes, we are. Guys, I bet they can't believe we're sat watching us overtake Mercedes. What a time to be alive. What a time to be an Aston Martin race engineer. You'd love to see it. Lap 3, and we are doing very well here. Pierre Gasly got the DRS on Sergio Perez and bolted past the Red Bull, and then Fernando Alonso is going to be following him through hopefully very shortly. Great work from Pierre Gasly. Pierre Gasly is on an absolute mad one. He's now overtaken the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz. He's now up to P4 behind Lewis Hamilton. Pierre Gasly is in the hunt as things stand for a podium. What a performance from the Gasman this is at the moment. We're just sat enjoying this. We're just sat enjoying it, and these guys in the Aston Martin garage are loving it as well. And we'll come back to the live action because we are keeping an eye on Fernando Alonso, who is still looking to attack Sergio Perez. Pierre Gasly now is going to be on to normal DRS mode, but Fernando Alonso having a real look at this Red Bull. Can he get past him? Fernando Alonso doing everything he can down this long DRS straight. Is he going to go for a move? He isn't, but decent work from Fernando, still pushing like mad to get past this Red Bull, and I think we're going to give him some ERS very shortly to make sure that he can get past him as well. Remember, Fernando Alonso is on the more aggressive strategy. Lap 4. Lap 8, we're doing everything we can to stay with this front three, but we've had to use a bit of DRS and probably used a little bit too much, which means Carlos Sainz has got past Pierre, but what it has done is allowed now, we'll latch onto the back of this Ferrari and let it pull us up towards the front runners. It's not the end of the world, Doug. It's not the end of the world. Don't worry about it. But if we come back to the live showing, Fernando Alonso is in this sort of secondary train here, just hanging onto the bike, managing these tyres a little bit, and he's pushing, but we're not quite getting the rewards at the minute. Pierre Gasly is now having a look at Carlos Sainz, who's trying to get up with these front runners, but not quite managing it. Fernando Alonso just had one bad corner and lost a couple of positions, which was really poor from him at that moment. But Pierre now just got it utilised, harvest his ERS a little bit, keep on to Carlos Sainz, and we'll go from there. And Carlos Sainz, as you can see, has already sort of dragged us back in to distance of this top three. Lap 9. Lap 14, Pierre Gasly is hanging in there with Carlos Sainz and these Red Bulls and Mercedes, and Pierre Gasly overtaking Carlos Sainz. Beautiful move there, gets the job done, or just about, does he?
Moving up a place there.
Does he get the job done? I'm guessing he does. He's currently sat in P4, so we're liking this. We're liking this a lot here down at Aston Martin. Pierre Gasly at the moment, like I said, running P4, but he's battling with Carlos Sainz quite a bit. Fernando Alonso is coming in next lap. He's fell out of DRS of Bottas. I think P9 is probably the maximum for Fernando, but it depends what happens with pit stops. Right then, lap 17 coming on to Fernando Alonso is pitting. Like I said, we are on the alternate strategy with Fernando. Excited to see what we can do here. Let's hope for a decent stop as we have a look. Is there any other cars going to be coming in? Sebastian Vettel's coming in for the pit stops, as is Guan Yu Zhou. Good pit stop, guys. Good pit stop. Didn't look the quickest. 2.8, not the worst, not the best. Now, where is Fernando going to come out? That is the interesting thing here. He's going to be on these fresh medium compound tyre. Let's see, is he into clear air? He is. We've got him out in front of that gaggle of cars behind him, which is vastly important. Magnussen and Stroll, and he's come out in clear air. So Fernando Alonso, clear air, can use these tyres. Let's push now with these tyres and see what we can do. Lap 17. We'll just have a quick check on Pierre. He's battling with Perez and Sainz like you've never known. Doing a fantastic job. His tyre wear's pretty decent as well. He's going to be in this battle all the way to the end. Lap 17. Lap 22. Carlos Sainz has come in pretty early there onto the onto the hard compounder tyre. Fernando Alonso's just set the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix. And is Fernando Alonso going to have a bit of a say in the rest of this year? Because Carlos Sainz now is going to be behind Fernando Alonso. So maybe Fernando could play a massive part in this for Pierre. Pierre Gasly now is at the front of this DRS train and just saving the tyres. The optimal lap is going to be around, what, 2 or 3 laps time? So we'll stick with it, see what Pierre can do. This is his time to push on these tyres, see what he can do, and then we'll get to the hards very shortly. Lap 22. Lap 24. Kevin Magnussen has just crashed on the circuit. I don't think he's going to bring out a safety car, though. If he did, that would have been the absolute ideal for us. But let's have a quick look at things. It's not brought out a safety car, but we are going to bring in Pierre on this lap. His tyres are pretty much cooked, so Pierre Gasly will be coming in very, very shortly. Let's have a look. How far has he got to the line? Only 50 metres. He's coming in now. We're pretty late call, but we don't mind that. Pierre is in, as has Sergio Perez is boxing as well behind Pierre. Let's see. We could do with a really good pit stop here from our guys. Fernando Alonso's making his way through the pack as well. Doing a sterling job on these new medium compound tyre. Like I said, he has got the fresher tyre and doing very well at this moment in time. And the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Pierre Gasly, 2.7 and gets away pretty well. Let's have a look at the back. He's done okay, he's done okay. Pierre Gasly, hard compound tyre now, could do a push in. And hopefully we're going to come out in a decent bit of air. Oh, where Sainz has got back past us. But we are in the DRS of Alexander Albon, and we have now got the fresher tyres towards the end of the Grand Prix. So not in a bad position at all for Pierre Gasly, and crucially Sergio Perez is very much out of DRS range. Lap 25. Just as we cut away from that, there was a massive overtake that had to happen. Pierre Gasly had got to dispatch Alexander Albon, and Alexander Albon was dispatched. He got to keep up with Carlos Sainz, and he puts the Alfa Romeo between himself and Sergio Perez behind him. So, all looking very promising here, and they're loving it. God, they know how important that overtake could possibly be. We're having a marvellous evening in Miami so far. Pierre Gasly lost so much time behind Esteban Ocon. We've just about managed to stay out a DRS of Sergio Perez, which is vitally important, but as you can see, the gap to Carlos Sainz, not ideal at all. At this moment though, Fernando Alonso's got about a 5-second gap towards the Ferraris. There is a school of thought to use Fernando to back the Ferraris into Pierre Gasly, but we'll evaluate that as it happens. But at the moment, we are looking rather decent. Russell's yet to stop, as is Verstappen. Oh no, Verstappen has stopped. Fair play to Verstappen has stopped, and he's quite a distance in front now. So we'll see how it plays out, but I'm not too disappointed. We could have just done with sticking with Carlos Sainz, and we've not quite managed it. And now we've got Sergio Perez right up our gearbox. Lap 27. Lap 34. Fernando's going to be coming into his pit stops at the moment, but I'm a bit reluctant to pull him in just yet, because look at the lap time he's putting in, 1:33.6. At this moment in time. I'm quite happy to keep him where he is at this moment, but he will probably be coming in this next lap. But he's had a good run here. He's had a very good stint, Fernando. He's going to be coming out around P10, so we'll see how close he can get to these other cars in front. Meanwhile, Pierre Gasly very much in a fight with these two cars in front. So remember, he has got slightly fresher tyres than Carlos Sainz, but Carlos Sainz has very much faltered. It's now between him, George Russell and Sergio Perez for probably P6. That's where probably Pierre is going to end up finishing up. But we're doing okay at this moment in time. And Sergio Perez, George Russell should be bolting away on these medium compound tyres. Isn't doing at the moment. Lap 34. Lap 36. Final pit stop of the day for Aston Martin. And Fernando Alonso is in on to a set of hard compound tyre. These are going to be very fresh compared to the rest of the field. Let's see what Fernando can do on these. He's safely in P9. I'm wondering if he could make a big push towards the end on these. We can be more aggressive on these tyres now. We can lean on them a little bit more. But Fernando has got some work to do to catch up to the rest of them, especially Valtteri Bottas. 5 seconds to make up. We are going to go aggressive on the tyre. We believe we can do that. Let's see what we can do now with Fernando. Meanwhile, Pierre Gasly still battling away with these two. It very much is one of these three for P5 this afternoon. Lap 40, Fernando Alonso, new fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 1:33.1. 3 seconds behind Valtteri Bottas now, and then 5 seconds to his teammate Pierre Gasly. We'll have a look at the front because we haven't done so far. Max Verstappen absolutely cruising here in Miami. Lewis Hamilton very much looking decent in second. Then come the two Ferraris of Leclerc and Sainz. Russell P5, and that's where we find Pierre Gasly, who as we speak has just slipped out of DRS range. We might need to deploy a little bit to get him back up with these guys. Lap 40. Lap 42, Pierre Gasly overtaking George Russell. He got a bit shoved off there by Sergio Perez, and that allowed our man, the Gas man, to just slip inside beautifully. And there we go. We are back up behind Sergio Perez. I'm guessing we're going to get a camera shot from our garage. We're not. 2 seconds behind Sergio Perez, and Sergio Perez actually pulling us up to Carlos Sainz. Pierre Gasly in a very decent position here at this moment in time, lap 42. And meanwhile, Fernando Alonso now on the back of Valtteri Bottas. I'm expecting to see a move pretty soon from the flying Spaniard. And as I said that, he did exactly that. Fernando Alonso around Valtteri Bottas. Beautiful work, DRS open. That will sort that out. Fernando Alonso having a great afternoon here in Miami. But the key thing is this: George Russell's in the pits. George Russell has pit again onto another set of medium compounder tyre. Pierre Gasly's overtaken Sergio Perez. But the thing was, Sergio Perez were actually pulling us up to Carlos Sainz. I'm wondering if we're going to get one of these two guys. Pierre Gasly, don't write us off just yet. And Fernando Alonso now up to P7. Great work from Fernando. Safety car is out. And as you can see, so is Fernando Alonso. Shocking. Absolutely. Fernando, we're doing fantastically well there. We're going to get to see a lot. Are we going to get to see it? We are. If I can find my mouse. This were it. He just locks up. And I don't know what it is with these experienced drivers, but at the moment we're getting mistakes. Locked up, and it were a bad one as well. And that's going to cost me a fortune as well. Gunther Steiner sacked Mick Schumacher for something similar. However, what this has done, it's brought our safety car. We are going to be pitting Pierre Gasly onto a fresh set of medium compounder tyre. We timed it just right. Is anybody else going to come into the pits? Because we're normally quite decent from these sort of things. Right, we're in. Pierre Gasly's coming in. I don't know how much time you lose under safety car. But we're going to hopefully come out and be on a fresh set of medium compounder tyre. And that then puts us in a really strong position. The key is to get out in front of George Russell. Let's see if we do. Right. We're back out. We've had a pit stop. The guys at the front are not coming in. They're all on hard compounder tyre. Pierre Gasly, where's George Russell? George Russell coming down the start-finish straight. We've stayed in front of George Russell. And now we are on fresh medium compound tyres. We'll come back when we get to green flag running. Safety car in this lap, and just take a look at that left-hand side. All the guys in front on worn mediums, and ourselves and George Russell on medium compounded tyre. What can we do here? We'll just fast forward it a little bit. We'll see when Max Verstappen decides he's going to bowl. Let's have a look. This could be absolutely massive. We've got the overtake on. We've got the fuel pushing. We've got everything on. Pierre Gasly, what is he going to do here? He's got a blue. He's already up to P6. Position gain. Right then, let's go for it, boys. The Williams has got out of the way, and now we can chase after these guys in front. This is going to be absolutely massive for us this season, as long as Pierre doesn't make any mistakes. Look at the pace difference we're going to have on these cars. We've already set the overtake on. We might as well start making moves as early as possible. 9 laps to go here in Miami. What could we do? Straight away, we've overtook Sergio Perez. That's one down. Beautiful move there from the Gasman. Right, Ferrari is up next. We're keeping a keen eye on this. He's having a look at the Ferrari now. He's got the ERS that we are using. He's using that ERS to try and get past him. Once we get past him, then we'll cool off on the ERS usage a bit. We've got 9 laps, and crucially, George Russell. Oh, he's done that easy, hasn't he? He's done that easy, the Gasman. Beautiful work from him there. DRS is going to be enabled soon. Don't tempt fate, boys. I reckon we're going to win the Miami Grand Prix. My word. And straight away, we're looking at the next Ferrari. We've got Charles Leclerc in the sights here. Pierre Gasly doing absolute bits here in Miami. He's lining him up. We'll fast forward it a little bit, get it to 2x speed. He's having a look at the Ferrari, keeping him blocked off. It's good racing from Charles Leclerc, but it does feel like it is only a matter of time until Pierre Gasly gets past this Ferrari. He's now having a look. Can he get him into this next corner? Pierre Gasly. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. Go on, lad. And he's got him. Inside line. Pierre Gasly makes the move. He's up to P3. He's now got to overtake Lewis Hamilton. And then it's Max Verstappen. And then, my friends, it's job done. Lap 49. Pierre Gasly, new fastest lap. And he has overtaken Hamilton. I'm hoping we're going to get a replay of that because I didn't actually see it myself. But I saw him just finishing the move off as he got round him. He's now got Max Verstappen in his sights. The plan is on the bottom right, as you can see. I'm harvesting ERS. As soon as we get past Max Verstappen, I'm going to switch him to deploy, and we are going to bolt like you've never seen. We'll switch him down to standard. We don't need to absolutely cook the tyres. That's vitally important. Catch up to Max Verstappen, use that DRS, and then we'll get past him, deploy. And ladies and gentlemen, you might be about to see the first ever Aston Martin win in our tenure as team principal. Let's keep looking at it. Lap 50. Pierre Gasly is going for a move for the lead. Lap 51. Pierre Gasly down the inside of Max Verstappen. Overtakes the two-time world champion. And Pierre Gasly is up to the... I can't even say it. Pierre Gasly is leading the Miami Grand Prix. We've now got ERS to use. We're going to hopefully use it down this straight. Can he break this DRS now? This is the key for Pierre. Use that deploy. Use those tyres. He's already pulled out a second. They're going to have DRS built 2 cars behind him. But if he can manage to break this DRS, Pierre Gasly could be driving to win the Miami Grand Prix. I cannot believe what we've watched here this afternoon. Fernando, it was tragic what happened to Fernando. We understand that. We're not happy with 2 DNFs in 2 races for Fernando Alonso. But what he has managed to do is pull out a safety car at the exact time Pierre Gasly needed it. And Pierre Gasly has broken DRS on Max Verstappen. Pierre Gasly, you are winning the Miami Grand Prix. You have got 5 laps to make us Formula 1 Grand Prix winners at Aston Martin. The time is now. Your time is now, my friend. Let's come back. Oh my word, we are just crossing his fingers, crossing his toes here on the Aston Martin pit wall, hoping for no crashes, no mistakes. But the Gasman has been our #1 driver all season so far. Can he win it for us? Who knows? Last lap of the Grand Prix, and I've not come back to in those 5 laps because there's been nothing to tell you about apart from Pierre Gasly has pulled out an 8-second lead. Oh my word, I mean, let's just enjoy it. We're going to watch it all the way around. We're going to watch it from Pierre's point of view, actually. Watch him as he's going around this beautiful Miami circuit, which has now become my favourite circuit because we are going to get our maiden win as team principal. We are going to win a Grand Prix at Aston Martin. You stuck with us through season 1. You've seen glimpses. We've had hope in season 2. And Pierre Gasly coming round the final lap to win the Miami GP. I mean, did you expect this? It was a strong showing from Pierre all weekend. But Pierre Gasly, you are a Grand Prix winner. Pierre Gasly wins the Miami Grand Prix. Oh my word.
And it's Gasly, first over the line, and today's winner.
What more can we say? Look at this.
And it's a victory for Gasly.
Unbelievable scenes.
A hugely talented driver and undoubtedly a worthy winner.
A worthy winner indeed. Pierre Gasly wins. Look at this. Drink it in. Let's just turn the volume up and see Pierre driving round, taking the acclaim from the fans. Oh, we're not bothered about who finished 3rd, 2nd, whatever. Let's get to the classifications. Let's get to see Pierre jump out of the area. Here we go. Pierre Gasly, you are Grand Prix
Pierre
winner.
Gasly flew us to the stars.
At Aston Martin, my word.
A truly well-earned podium here. and a dream come true for everyone involved. The Frenchman was in sublime form today, fully deserving of his podium finish here.
There's nothing more.
Today's competitors gave it their all, but it's going to be those three taking home the big points.
Just screenshotting
Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
What a day.
Yeah, this was a really clever bit of strategy, and it's great to see that pay off. I can't wait to find out what they show us next time.
And after this result, the team is fourth in the constructors' standings.
Formula One will be back to Europe for the next
Unbelievable.
round, on the shores of the Mediterranean, with some heated competition to look forward to.
Unbelievable scenes. I cannot get over what we've just done. Pierre Gasly wins the Miami GP, gets the fastest lap. I mean, Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, we're not bothered who finished where apart from that. We were only bothered about Pierre Gasly. In the driver's standings, he's now up to P5 in the driver's standings. And constructors-wise, we stay in P4 and tag on to the back of Mercedes, but increase that gap between Aston Martin and Alfa Romeo. So all I would do is leave you to say thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that. Like and subscribe. And we'll put the podium music on just for a couple of seconds because I'm just going to have it on repeat all night. See you later.